Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Then count it down with me. From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Miki Sudo in the center of the table. To her left, Domenica Dee, a newcomer, who ate 23
Miki has eclipsed 400 in her career. Sonia Thomas is the only one to have done that. The very first hot dog, which took literally seconds, she just bettered Sonia Thomas's history.
You know, we were talking to some of the other competitors, obviously in preparation for this event, Rich, and their admiration. They marvel at Miki Sudo, what she is capable of on this stage in particular. Is it an innate gift? Is it anatomical? Is it a competitive drive? What sets her apart?
I don't know if it's anatomical, but there is an inherent ability. Like this, you see some eaters, they have an inherent skill. They come out of the gate like Miki has, you know, and she just was comfortable early on, and then she quickly rose to dominance and prominence and has stayed there, you know. Another one that we're watching today is Domenica Dee, you know, so for her first qualifier, she ate 23 plus hot dogs. It doesn't sound a lot when you think of Miki's 50, but it is a lot for a rookie performance.
Extremely impressive.
Yeah, and she's a rookie out of Seattle. She's a seafood lover. I call her the Nadia Comaneci of ceviche.
And that is auspicious. 23 plus in her hot dog eating debut. You know, that's something that at some point Miki Sudo has to think about. She's coming for.
Yeah, and you see Michelle Lesco, who's the only person to win this besides Miki in the last 12 years or so. Coastal Arizona University, go Ducks. And she actually had some serious dental work done. I think Tiffany was telling us. I'd like to learn more about that at some point.
And speaking of Tiffany, she's down in the splash zone.
Yeah, guys, if you can believe this, this is the first competition for Michelle Lesco since last year's Nathan contest because of that dental work. It sidelined her training. She has grinded her teeth since she was 4 years old, so she's had to do all new implants, top and bottom, along with some other extensive dental work. So she says she hasn't been practicing very much. In fact, just started in June, so she said if she can hit 25, she feel good about herself because she says her jaw starts to get a lot more tired because they have Botox shot into her jaw so that she can not grind as much to weaken the muscle. So you can see she's struggling a little bit here trying to get it down.
And it's interesting too, Tiffany talked about Michelle Lesco's issues in her mouth, but of course Miki Sudo is in training to be a dental hygienist, but had to put much of that training on hold this year because of her responsibilities as the reigning champion, because of her responsibilities as a parent. Rich.
There's no hygiene more important to a competitive eater than dental hygiene. I should take a moment to recognize that Nathan's prepares a ton of hot dogs. A lot of work going on in the kitchens behind us. Nathan's prepares 1,400 hot dogs for these two contests today. That's catering that rivals the Bezos wedding, although I'm told that Bezos actually served pigs in a blanket over in Venice. I'm not sure if it was an austerity measure or the guests just don't eat a lot.
Now, let's take a look now. We are really right at that point at which in these competitions, Rich, the experts will tell you they basically reach the halfway point in terms of how many dogs you can expect. So it's kind of a slow pace,
it's
strangely.
A little bit of a slow pace. I mean, there's an awful long way to go here. I mean, 6:22 is a lot, but she needs to be pushed perhaps. There's already, you know, 4 hot dog margin is quite significant at this early moment.
And last year she was pushed by Ebi Hara. Banana Ball is back on ESPN and ESPN Plus tomorrow night at Fenway Park, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They'll be taking on the Firefighters. Coverage begins at 6 with Banana Ball live. And there is a banana eating competition as well, and at least there was at one time.
There was. I'm not conversant in the results, actually. I should sharpen up my knowledge.
Well, it's been a while, I think, the banana competition. All right, so
Miki is slowing down. Typically you see, okay, there's a little right to left. You'll see Miki when she's in the zone, she'll box out like a baby boomer cutting the line in Costco. You know what I mean? And say what you will about the boomers, but they've consumed more than any generation before them, Jeremy, and they're leaving nothing for the generations to come.
We're not just talking about hot dogs.
No, it's the self-interest that I rate. Domenica Dee, I told you, she's in 3rd place. That's pretty darn impressive. If she were to beat Lesco today, that would be a tectonic shift in our lineup.
Now remember, Miki Sudo last year averaged more than 5 dogs per minute. Tiffany Green has more on the champ.
Well, guys, you may witness that Miki Sudo went to her shoulder first. I'm standing right by her husband, who's another great competitive eater, and Nick Weary. And what did you witness with her start? Was she nervous?
She was either nervous or overheated. She went to her shoulder within the first minute. I mean, she's already uncomfortable and having trouble getting the dogs down. You can see she's physically uncomfortable. She's developing a little bit more of a rhythm, but right now, if I had to guess, she'll be right around 33 to 35 when the contest finishes.
You came out here just at the start of this, and what did you tell her?
I just told her I was here and keep going.
20 hot dogs for Miki, right? That's 6,000 calories in just 5.5 minutes. That's pretty impressive. It's a very efficient way to eat. So many of us just eat 2,000, 3,000. In fact, I asked my doctor if I wanted to lose weight. He said, keep it under 3,000 calories. I was like, dude, have you seen my LinkedIn?
So, and to be clear, those 300, that's per dog and bun. And a lot of people overlook the bun.
Yeah.
But the bun is a major component of everything we're talking about when we're talking about these competitions and these records. Some would say the bun is more difficult to consume than the dog.
The eaters always say that the Nathan's hot dog bun combo is the hardest contest. I mean, I think part of it is they're in this historic place and there's a gravitas to that. They're going up against legends like Miki and Joey, but it really bears out that these hot dogs are tough. The bun is a whole other component, and you must eat both hot dog and bun. So if you were to eat a fraction of an eighth of a bun, you have to eat the corresponding fraction of dog, or MLE will ding you for that.
So we're 2/3 of the way in terms of chronology through the competition. The 10 minutes counting down. We've got 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, and at this pace, we're talking about significantly lower than the record Miki Sudo set last year. What do you think's going on? Nick mentioned the discomfort. Her husband, that was immediately apparent to him.
Yeah, it's a DPM issue. You come out that slow, it's hard to recover. That's like going double bogey, triple bogey, right? It gets in your head. It's the rare competitor that can get over that mentally.
And this is not the first time we have a multi-generational family competing.
That's right.
Tiffany has more on the Prettymans.
The second ever mother-daughter duo, and Katie and Isabeau Prettyman. Isabeau watched her mom compete when she was in the 5th grade, but she finally got the okay to eat hot dogs once she turned 18. I just witnessed them jumping up and down, really enjoying this experience together. They said this is a great bonding experience. Katie said her daughter has really pushed her to be her best and reach for that personal best. And her daughter, Isabeau, just trying to live in the uncomfortableness.
I thought it was really interesting, Rich, yesterday when we were talking to some of the competitors about the conditions of the buns. If they're too crusty, how that can be difficult. If it's too humid, that can be difficult because they become gummy. You've been doing this for so long. When you think about the science of this, what really stands out for you?
Well, what stands out to me is the weather is not impacting the day that we thought it would. We thought this weather would impact today positively.
Right.
Meaning I thought the numbers would be up. Now, that may happen in the men's round. One only knows. But I think this is more either preparation, mental preparedness, or maybe for Miki, a lack of a true challenger. Mayoya Ebihara is not here this year. She's probably benefited from that push in prior years.
38 dogs last year for Ebihara.
Yeah, really, really good. But let's not diminish what Miki's doing here. She's got 27 dogs. She's got 8-dog lead right now, 1:22. I mean, she is sailing towards another victory right here in the great city of New York, the home of capitalism, where one's successes are measured by one's success at Coney Island. And what a success she is. She will be looking at, if she can hold on, an 11th title.
And when you think about the great champions, again, in North American sports, you think about those 11 professional championships. And it's Bill Russell and it's Henri Richard, the pocket rocket. I mean, of course, there's Joey Chestnut too, but he's not 11, he's 16. Specifically right. 11, that's Russell and Richard. And it seems to be that it will be Sudo soon as well.
Yeah, she's really good. They call her at the delis here in Brooklyn the Anna Kournikova with a schmear and some Nova. That's her nickname.
I don't believe Kournikova won any professional tournament stuff. We're 30 seconds away.
There's the 30 mark.
This is over, Rich.
It is over. And I'll tell you, Domenica Dee, what a day for her. Tied right there with Lesco.
We are witnessing true greatness, true virtuosity. Nowhere close to a record, far short of it. Only 60% of it. But still, we're talking about, unofficially at this point, the 2025 champ.
And a 30-second down for good measure. A win is a win.
An 11th pink belt, Rich, in 11 tries. I mean, there's only one word for that. That's perfection. And these are the results, unofficial for now, but they seem indisputable and likely to hold.
Yep, and I just have to say again, you know, Michelle Lesco and Domenica Dee. For Domenica, that's a huge, huge rookie performance here in Coney Island. But yes, the pink belt goes to Miki, rightfully so.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the results. We have the results now, ladies and gentlemen. It was a very, very close race for second, and we had nearly a tie. We have Michelle Lesco to my right and Domenica Dee to my left. One of these eaters had 21.5 hot dogs and buns. The other had 22 3/4. It was that close. But coming in second here today, Michelle Lesco with 22 3/4 hot dogs and buns. In third place, Domenica Dee, her first contest, first time ever, 21.5. However, in first place for her 11th championship, with 33 Nathan's Famous hot dogs and buns, the great Miki Sudo. Hot dogs and buns, 11 belts, Miki Sudo, amazing job. Miki, tell me how you felt out there, a little bit slower out of the gate. What were you thinking?
Yeah, the hot dogs were great. The weather's beautiful. The crowd had me going. I'm thinking maybe the buns were more filling than usual. It's okay. A win's a win. Thank you for the support.
Very gracious. Folks, she only ate 33 hot dogs and buns. Only 33. Our champion, Miki Sudo.